Oh, hi. Week 12 already of Friday Football Frenzy, so we're a step closer to Lucas Oil Stadium, the state championship. Westfield would like to be in the state championship game, right, guys? Yes, you would. The cheerleaders are ready. We got Rocky back there. The Westfield mascot's ready. It is week 12 of Friday Football Frenzy, and it starts.
It's time for the action-packed excitement of Indiana high school football. From the Indy Channel, WRTV Sports presents Friday Football Frenzy.
Yes, it does. Good evening. Welcome to week 12 of Friday Football Frenzy, where the calendar finally says November. We're just a few weeks away from the state finals at Lucas Oil Stadium, and the road hitting the front stretch, you might say. Ton of great games tonight. We'll begin in Class 6A. We also begin with a rematch. Warren Central hosting Center Grove in the regional championship. Our Brad Brown back with all the highlights. Hey, Brad.
Hey, Dave, good evening. The season started with CG winning at Warren 42-38, coming back from a 14-point deficit. The Trojans only gave up 107 points the rest of this season, single digits the last 4 games. But they had to go back to Warren for the rematch tonight. Center Grove, though, owned the first half. Both sides of the ball, 17-0 lead at halftime. Trojans' defense was just suffocating tonight. Warren on the run. Isaac Avant nowhere to go. Stopped there by a whole bunch of white jerseys, keeping that shutout on that side of the board. This was the craziest play of the night. Late in the third, CG punt tipped behind the line. Coming down, the Warren player touches it. Center Grove recovers it on the bottom of the pile. This took about 9 minutes to sort out between the scrum and the officials talking, but eventually Warren kept the ball after they originally gave it to CG. Bottom line is this: Warriors a little life. Zach Sumeyer to David Bell. Freshman comes up with the TD grab, 17-7. Maybe make a game of it, yes, but the Trojans, one more answer. Titus McCoy, the one going to get it done. So good all season, so good tonight. Ball game. Center Grove does it again on the road. Trojans to 12-0 with a 24-13 win.
Tough physical game. Wow, is it hard to come over here twice in 1 year and win? That's just unbelievable for our program and for our kids. But Warren Central's a great football tradition, and both teams' kids played really hard. We're just really proud to go to the Final Four.
Well, Center Grove guaranteed a home game next Friday for semi-state, but they need an opponent. Game of the night came in the other 6A South Regional. Michael Grady is back, fresh off the Soul Train, with a recap. Go get him, Grady.
Yes, fresh out of the DeLorean. Cathedral entered tonight on a record 32-game postseason streak. 5 straight state titles moved the Fighting Irish up to Class 6A. A trip to Avon tonight. The Orioles, winners of 8 straight games after losing a pair early in the season. We pick it up in the third. Avon down 21-10, and the comeback is on. Brandon Peters looks right, nothing there. Back the other way, finds Andrew Griffith. Gets a great block into the end zone. Touchdown. This game would go all the way into the second overtime. Fantastic game here. Cathedral, they kick a field goal to go up 3. Avon with the chance to win it. Peters to Griffin again. Orioles, they end Cathedral's streak. 37-34 the final. It's their first regional title in 10 years and the 5th in school history. So it's Avon at Center Grove next Friday. It'll be the first time those schools have played since the 2004 sectional opener. The Orioles trying to earn their first trip to the football finals.
Grady, of course, back from the Hickory game down at Bankers Life. You're looking sharp, my man. I like it.
Thank you.
Head north we go. 6A regional between second-ranked Carmel, 8-3 Homestead. Greyhounds jumped on them early second quarter. Tobias Watkins around the right end, takes a pop at the goal line, but gets in for the 23-yard touchdown. Carmel up 13-0. Still in the second. Quarterback Michael Victrop, so good this season. This time keeps it untouched. Victrop 14 yards out. 20-0 Carmel. One more for you. The end around here for Jalen Walker. 12-yard score. Greyhounds win the regional 41-7. They advance to the semi-state. They get Penn at Penn next week. To the 5A sectional finals, and everyone in the state keeping an eye on things in Bartholomew County. A 1 versus a 2. New Pal at Columbus East, plus third-ranked Bloomington South hosting Terre Haute North. Dave Marin has the 5A doubleheader.
The first half, just what was expected. A close 7-7 game at the half, but a much different contest in the second. New Pal with 2 quick scores, almost a third when Nick Brickens would break free to the 5-yard line. The Dragons would have to settle for 3 and a 24-7 lead. But the East Olympians still had some fight. 4th and 9, Josh Majors dumps it to Stephen O'Neill He only needs 9, but he picks up 36 additional yards. A 45-yard touchdown. But that would be as close as it would get. New Pal gets the win over Columbus East, 24-14.
1, 2, 3, on this field is a tough place to win. I don't think Columbus East has lost here in 20-something tries. It is difficult to beat these guys down here. To go down 7-0 like that after a couple mistakes on offense and bounce back and finish the game the way we did just shows how resilient our kids are and how much they stick together and play for each other.
Over in Bloomington, South hosting Terre Haute North. The Patriots with some fight early. Stephen Massey the interception. But in the end, the Panthers just too much. 35-7 win over the Patriots. Dave Marin, Friday Football Frenzy.
Congratulations to Kyle Ralph. New Pal getting it done on the road. Staying in 5A from south to north. Sectionals 11 and 13 in the HCC. Frequent flyer miles to boot with our pilot Tony Scott, photographer Jason Strong. It's week 12 of our Friday Football Frenzy. Flylights.
Fall colors beginning to fade away, not unlike the season as a whole, but it's still sectional championship time in 5A.
It's something special about tournament time, and then when there's a trophy at the end of the night at stake, this is pretty big, isn't it?
Huge. It's just hard to win. People take it for granted. Sometimes winning a sectional is an enormous deal. So we're trying to make history tonight and be the first back-to-back sectional winners in Westfield school history.
With a gorgeous sunset as the backdrop, Westfield all in as they host Lafayette Jeff for the sectional championship. And the Rocks don't waste any time. Sophomore running back Nate Fraley busts up the middle, goes 40 yards for the touchdown. Westfield up 7-0. Then on D, Jeff quarterback Devin Colonis sacked. Ball pops out. Rocks take over again. Ensuing drive, Ryan Pepio finds Evan Manley, who holds on for the 67-yard touchdown. Make it 14-0 Westfield.
You remember Westfield has a brand new stadium opened up back in week 1 and a double-decker press box as well. Look at the view all the way up here. So high, you really need warning lights up here, which is good in case you come in a helicopter.
The Lafayette Jeff Broncos answer, going for it on 4th down when Colonis hits Latrell Brown for a 21-yard score. But Westfield wins their 3rd straight sectional title, 45-27. To Zionsville, where the calendar says November, but the atmosphere says Christmas?
Christmas has come early here at Zionsville. Yeah, it's Christmas themed for the student body. All right, question for you guys. Naughty or nice so far this year?
Naughty.
Naughty. I'd say the score, though, looks pretty nice.
Decatur Central strikes first in the second half. Tyrone Tracy goes 70 yards for the score as DC pulls within 19. But Zionsville getting coaching help with the offensive line from former Colts lineman Dylan Gandy and Ryan Deem. And had to have liked this. Trevor Lighty to Brock Bishop for a 34-yard touchdown. And then big holes up front as Brandon Mikesell goes 23 yards for the score. Zionsville advances 50-32, their first sectional title in 13 years, to move on another week. As we move on as well. Week 12, Friday Football Frenzy. Flylight.
Merry Christmas, Zionsville. To Johnson County, 4A sectional 21. 10th ranked Ron Kiley at Greenwood. Rebels going to go in early. Senior quarterback Robbie Strader, buying a little time, decides to go deep. Finds Luke Smock for the catch. Pulled down at the 14. A few plays later, Strader, quarterback keep. Rebels take the sectional 35-19, advance to play Delta in the regional round. How about some 3A action? Back to Michael for Chittard and Tri-West. Michael.
Thanks a lot, Dave. All Trojans in this one tonight. First quarter, Chittard's Gabe Coleman runs it in from the 9-yard line for the touchdown. 2-point run is good as well. Chittard, they jump out to an 8-0 lead. Then Coleman does it again with this 20-yard touchdown run. 42-10 win for Chittard. They'll take on Batesville next Friday. Over to Brad now for Class 2A.
Thank you, Michael. Heritage Christian hosting Cecina. Both of these teams familiar with tourney success. Eagles fell behind early, but getting one back here. Jacob Snyder on the run, turns the corner to the right side for the TD. As Heritage Christian gets on the board, the Crusaders, though, strong on the run all night. Drew Tucker through the middle. 10 turns into 50. Almost goes all the way. Tripped up, though, just inside the 10-yard line. But it was just another play later before Tucker would find the end zone. Here's the TD that got Cecina up 2 scores, and they roll to the 40 to 27 win. Dave for one more.
That's right, one more. 1A sectional, 46, Cambridge City, Lincoln at Lutheran, CCL in white. Quarterback Nick Cup buying a little time, rolls left under pressure, picked. Trevor Russell with the interception before stepping out of bounds. Big play right here. Start of the second half. Number 41 is Kyle Johnson. Big Kyle is gone. Kyle Johnson, 80 yards for the touchdown, and there he goes. Lutheran advances 42-26. They get North Vermilion next week in the regionals. Well, you can find all our Friday football coverage online. Highlights, scores, features, and more. Look for the links on the RTV6 app.